Hello, everybody. How you doing, Mr. Frank?
I am nothing short of phenomenal.
All right, I like your background over there. You look like in a nice, very posh place. So, welcome, everybody. It's another episode today for GrooveKart, how to actually build up your own print-on-demand store. We have Mr. Frank Salinas today, and this is John Garcia. For those who don't know me, actually, one more joiners here, and also Mr. Salinas. And well, today we're going to talk about our favorite subject. We're going to just continue the training in the GrooveKart setting up. So we're going to just, today, Frank, we're going to be talking about what exactly?
We're going to go over, we're working our way to where eventually we can go live and send traffic to our store, My Cat Swag. So today we're going to go over, go back into the builder, and we're going to edit the flyout cart, and we're also going to edit the checkout page.
Perfect. That's awesome, because today we're going to just hear from the master how to actually make an effective checkout page, as well as, explore more a little bit in detail the way that we can actually work it out within GrooveKart. So, so let's just talk a little bit more of the past week. I mean, this last week has been crazy. We didn't have a live last week because, of course, we just closed the launch. It was amazing. We had a very successful launch, but it doesn't end there, guys. Remember, if you know anybody that still wants to use Groove, tell them to go in and log in to get the actual monthly services. I mean, I know it's not as good as the actual lifetime, but you still get to enjoy the full benefits of the actual, the platform if you actually just continue and just continue with one of the memberships. So that's not a reason not to actually take action and just get it done, and actually just get your hands dirty with the platform, get to it, and start making some money online.
Absolutely. And so real quick, put a 1 in the chat if you're already working on your own GrooveKart store, or maybe you're already getting traffic, maybe you're already making sales. Just put a 1 in the chat if you are already using GrooveKart at some capacity. And what we went over last week, John Garcia, I don't know if anybody said anything to you, but I told everybody you were at a cat lovers convention last week.
I heard that, but no, I wish I was at a cat lover convention. Unfortunately, I was in a medical appointment.
Oh, okay.
But hey, you know what happened. I mean, everybody, at this juncture know what happened, but everything, it's okay. I'm actually just now off of less meds, and
there you go.
The feet is actually healing quite nicely. So thank you for the concern, my friend.
We were hanging out yesterday with one of the founders, Matt Peralta, and it was good to see John Garcia in person. And he said that he couldn't wait to be on here with you guys. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start sharing my screen, and then John will jump in when I need him, or if I get stuck, or color commentary, and to add value, because with anything else, it always helps if you have someone in your corner and you guys work with each other. Always have somebody to mastermind with, especially with e-commerce and business, because you can get further by sharing resources, tips, sharing strategies together. So I encourage you, if you don't have one, get an accountability partner.
And it's always good, because remember, a lot of us think to believe that what we're doing is right. And sometimes in our rush to get it done, we might do a couple of things wrong. And I've been learning a lot of the things that Frank has taught me for the past couple of weeks when it comes to the upsells, the downsells, how to get new ideas going. So it's always good to have that backup. And thank you, Chris. I just got to show this comment. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. It was a situation that I unfortunately forgot how to walk for 30 seconds, and I kissed the floor in a very nasty way. But hey, I'm good now. I'm just getting better. And as Frank Salinas said just now, we had a meeting yesterday with one of the co-founders, and it was a very productive, because we were talking about the future of the new things that are coming. Yeah. And right at the end of the hour, I have something to tell you guys, but I'm going to save it to the end of the day. So, Frank, let's not spoil it during the presentation today.
Yeah.
Because I know it's something that we all been waiting for, and I know all of you guys were going to hear it. So let's just start sharing your screen, and let's just go for it, so we can actually work on the checkout.
All right. So we're going to go here, and then you can add me into the stream. Let me know once you see it.
Yep. Give me just 1 second. I'm actually looking at it right now to see if
my computer is spinning. Hopefully it does not crash.
Yeah, you actually just froze, my friend. So let me just take you off camera for a second.
Can you
Well,
hear me?
Frank, yeah, actually, we can hear you, Frank, but unfortunately,
It's
you have you might probably need to refresh your computer or restart it because you just
I tell you
completely.
what, how about this? Let me just reboot and then let's give them the announcement right now while I reboot. How about that?
Perfect. Let
Okay.
me just try to
I'm
see
gonna
if I
jump
can.
out and I'll jump back in.
All right, perfect. So, guys, I'm so sorry about that. We're live. Things like this happened. Frank is actually working out of the GroovePlex, and sometimes things might go wrong. But anyway, so as we were saying, let me just try to see if I can get into the system without having to create too much of a situation here, and try to log in into the store. So just get 1 second here, so we can get started. As I was saying, so guys, just stay until the end today because we're going to try to make it an hour and 50 minutes because it's something that I'm going to announce that a lot of people have been expecting. And it is now literally on the last week of development. We're just testing right now. We're actually just making sure that everything is working properly. And I know a lot of you are being waiting for this, and you guys are as excited as we are to show it to you. So bear with me 1 second. Let me bring my screen here to the computer to the live stream. Give me just 1 second. Bear with me one moment. And it didn't work. So give me 1 second. Of course, nothing that's great to work under pressure. So right now, things should be showing up. Please let me know if you guys can see my screen. Let me see if it's showing or not showing. Let me just move it to my bigger screen here. Sorry if I'm looking at the side. Can you guys see my screen? Can you just press? Somebody can, Chris, can anybody tell me if you can see my screen? That would be great. Let me see if I can just bring it in here. No screen. All right. Thank you, Dwight. Thank you, Dolph. Let's see. All right. So Frank, you're back. Oh wow, that was a quick boot up. I was trying to show my screen, but now I'm having a little bit of an issue here.
Oh, okay. So let's see if I can show mine. Thank you guys. I had to reboot just to make sure something happened. We had some gremlins in the background causing trouble. I had to kick them out. GrooveZilla got on them, and everything's good now.
Nice.
Hopefully. Yeah. So let's go. Let's rock and roll. So thank you for always being patient with us, guys. You never know what's going to happen when you go live.
Yeah, we're live. All right, cool.
All right. So let me know.
All right, so perfect. Now we're looking at your screen, Frank. So let's just make ourselves a little bit smaller here, and now it's all on your screen, my friend.
Perfect. So we should be in My Cat Swag. I'm in GrooveKart right now inside of My Cat Swag. So I'm just going to go to the builder. And then here we go. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go with what I always say. And I like to have a page open with the store. So let's just let's just act like we're going to buy something. And that way we can start mimicking what we got. So I'm just going to type in home, I believe, was one of the items we set up, right?
Yes.
Home is with the whatever. Let's see. Let me just type in cat. Okay, let's go with this one. This is the one I worked on last week, guys, when John was at the convention. And and so we're just going to go with this one. So the point of this training is today we're going to cover, again, this is a very simple setup, nothing crazy with our layout, nothing advanced, just simple, clean. And what we're going to do is we're going to work on, when you go to add this to cart, you're going to see this little flyout cart here. We're going to tweak this stuff that you see here. This is some social proof. You got a testimonial, got a review down here on the right, and then it says, why choose us? So we're going to work on this part. And then if I proceed to checkout, we're going to work on this stuff right here. So we're going to show you how to edit this. By default, when you set up your store, this comes out this way with the old default version. Now we have new templates, and to tell you the truth, I have not checked to see what the checkout template looks like by default. So it probably has less of this on there. So we're going to edit all of that. All right. So let's go into the builder. And then I'm going to go on to pages. And then we're going to go to pages, home page. And then here at the top, when you go to the pages tab, there is a part that says edit float cart. Okay. So there is that. Do you see that, Mr. Garcia? Let me know if you do. And by the way, if anything happens, I will text you should I can't hear you or anything like that.
No worries. I am looking at the screen. I guess we are looking at the screen. Perfect. And let's just continue. So I'm gonna actually I'm opening right now everything as a backup in the event. Perfect.
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to do this. For this training, we're going to change these buttons for yellow. Typically, I probably would leave them as green, but I'm going to show you how to do some of that just so you can see what to do. So we're going to make it the same color as this yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my handy dandy little color picker. It's a Chrome extension you can download, and then you just hover over this, and boom, it tells me the color. I click it, it copied it to the clipboard. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go here. I'm going to click on this button. Very simple. As you can see, this is the background color. I can make it like that. I can change any color, but in case I wanted to, I can make it a custom color. So what I'm going to do is, now you know what? I think it'll look better in black. So we're going to do this in black. But I showed you how to do this. All you got to do is type in to Google Colorzilla, and you can add that to your Chrome browser. So this is what it would look like. I would go here, and then I would paste it in there, and it looks like that. But I don't think that looked good against the green. So instead, I'm going to make the buttons black. So then I come over here, do the same thing, okay? And then I can hit save. And then we're just going to do what I practice what I preach. Come in here and refresh. Hopefully it updated. Okay, and so now we got the black buttons, okay, to stay in harmony with our pattern, our style, I should say, of the yellow, the black, and the white. Okay.
Yeah. Remember, the color pattern that you use, it could be according to your industry, your niche. In here is just an example. I mean, we're using yellow, white, and blacks, so you can use any color that you can think that it will fit the personality, let's just call it that way, of your website. It's always important because the more attention you put to a color, it will be the attention grabber of your site. In this case, Frank is going with a black color, with a darker color, so it will be okay. But one little piece of advice, Frank, let's just put that the lettering on the button yellow, so we don't step away too much of the actual patterns that we have in color, and it will actually just pop up more. And if you go to the text in the text style, yep, just click the yellow, and you'll see it will pop up a little bit more, and it will be more in accordance to what we've been working on. So as you can see, guys, Frank is just selecting the yellow, and boom.
Yeah, that does look better. Yeah.
So now it goes more into it.
Yeah. So this says white branded products. Now, when these templates, the original default templates were made, a lot of them were made by our developers without any input from myself or John Garcia or the designers at some point. So this, you want to change this, the wording and everything else. So I'm going to go over to Groove Gear, and I'm going to copy. I'm just going to mimic. Listen, marketers, the best ones, get inspired by other marketers and other businesses. Now, we don't copy. Well, I don't know. There's a phrase, right? The best ones. I forgot how it goes, but yeah, marketers are copycats, right? So I'm going to go copy what we got at Groove Gear and maybe change it up just a little bit. But I'm going to go here. This is GrooveGear.com, our store where you can go get swag related to Groove. And so I'm going to copy this one. I like this one, 100% happiness guarantee. So watch what I'm going to do, guys. I'm just going to come over here. And hey, you can do the same thing. Get inspired by Groove Gear and change it up. So watch this. Boom. All right. And then I'm going to change this icon, this image, so you can see how to do that. So I'm going to go back, and I'm just going to copy, guys. I mean, nothing hard. Let me close this tab. All right. Go here. All I'm doing is just highlighting everything, and I'm going to control V. Okay.
Done.
That's it. Now what do I want to do? I want to change this image to something else. Well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to right click and open this in a new tab, and look at that. It's real big. I'm going to save it. And to go with what I always try to tell you guys, I'm going to make this smaller. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to type in image optimization. How about image optimizer? So I'm going to go here. I know I'm going kind of fast, but you can always watch the replay. I don't like this website. Let me go to one that I recognize. This one, Optimizilla. Look at that. It must be related to GrooveZilla. So we're going to go here and I'm going to upload that file. Now, at one point before the end of the year, we will have any design you upload, any image you upload will be auto crunched. Okay, that's the goal. Now, if you're an app developer and you want to make that app and put it into the ecosystem, reach out to me and we can make it happen. So I just optimized it. Now there's another one. Let me show you one website I really like. Image. It's called Easy Gift something. So this one right here, easygift.com. So I like using this one. Look, it's optimized. So I can click on that and it's a PNG optimizer. So I'm going to use this one because I really like all the different things that go here. I don't know who owns this, but I really like the service. So I'm just going to double click and re-upload this one. And I like using this one because it tells me how much it saved me as far as space and size.
And what Frank is doing, guys, remember, it's always good to optimize your images as much as you can from the source. So if you have a tool like that, and actually, but remember, it just optimizes sizes as well. Not only the dimensions, but the size is important.
Yeah, so let's do this. Let's do this. Let me resize it.
Yep, you have to resize. Probably make it like 200 by 200. I think it'll be a good size.
See what happens. Okay, so I think that's perfect.
There it is.
Now let's optimize that. See, now it went to 2.8 kilobytes, right? So if I optimize that, it's probably gonna make it bigger, but we'll see. So 2.5, look at that. So now I'm gonna save it. Okay, now we got a way smaller, less load time. Every image you upload affects your load time if you don't optimize it. Okay. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to click it. And I'm simply going to go to the settings and look at that. There it is. I'm going to delete this puppy and I'm going to upload the other puppy. And then I'm going to hit save. And let's see what we got so far. And then I come over here and refresh.
Now you have to take a look at the flyout. There you go.
Boom. I mean, come on. How simple is that, right? So I'm going to use this same icon on my checkout in a little while. So you see, I'm grabbing stuff from groovegear.com. So what customer says. Now I know because I used to be an English, in honors English, and then I stopped being an honors English. Just kidding. So I was an honors English. But anyway, so instead of what customer says, we're going to say what customers are saying, correct? Or we could also say what our customers have to say. Like that. How about that? So guess what? We're just going to keep it simple. All I'm going to change is I'm going to show you the same thing, how to change this image and maybe how to change this text. But I'm going to leave this other stuff here. So what can we do? Well, you can go and add like icons of just some people, like user icons, but we're going to go see if we can find. Now, I don't know if this website still exists, but a while back it did. So AI generated image of person. So I want to replace those. Generated photos. Let's see what we got. Hopefully it doesn't have a watermark. Unique worry-free model photos. Okay, browse photos, generated photo. Now this might have a watermark. We'll see. So see how it says image generated, blah, blah, blah. But we can go here. Let's do a female, update face. And then we're going to do happy, update face. And then if we want to, we're going to do, I don't know, you can play around with skin tones and everything here. So we're going to go like that. And then no glasses. So you can play around with this like this, right? And so this is one way to do it. There used to be one that said this person does not exist. Let's just see if it does. And I'm just giving you these tips of what I've done before in the past to tweak it. So,
and remember, what Frank is doing is trying to put a face to the commentary, to the actual review that was left in the page. So yeah, there's many ways that you can do that.
So this is this person does not exist.com with dashes in between. So, and these are generic enough to where it's not like you're putting, this is future truth, basically. I mean, you know, what I learned from Patrick with David. So we're just going to upload this guy. All right, look at that. All right, so I'm going to say, I have 2 cats and love this amazing store. I mean, if someone's going to buy from this store, they're going to love it because they line up with whatever you're selling. So in this case, we're going to sell them good old-fashioned smile generating store images. Sorry, smile generating product. We put in a smile on the face. So look at that. So he looks kind of serious. So let's refresh.
He looks kind of serious. Yeah, he does.
Look at that. That looks like my cousin. Look at that. Pedro.
What do you mean your cousin? You look like you with sunglasses.
So let's see. All right, let's see. Now, too young. She's not old enough to buy anything. Let's put this guy. Looks kind of like he'd be David Lemon's cousin, looks like, right? So let's see here. Okay, guys, I'm just goofing around here. So now let's upload this guy. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to use something different than what's already there by default. You never want to go with what's default for the most part when it comes to templates, when it comes to people. You want to change it up and make it unique. For the 1 out of 1,000 chance someone comes across your store and says, "Man, I've seen that person on more than one store," right? So, and then I could maybe go like this, right? Amazing store, and I'm going to change this to say customer service, right? Look at that. Oops. Help if I learned how to spell. And then, hey, let's change this up. Let's do 21. And then we're going to change this to January. Oh, not the 6th. For specific reasons. Okay, let's see here. 21. And then we're going to say, let's say February 12th. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to say here, I had a few questions before ordering, and I emailed support, and they got back to me right away. This is actually accurate. You know why? Because guess who's going to get back to them right away when they email us? We are.
Exactly. And another thing, guys, as Frank was actually typing the actual review, there's always something new that we can add to each of the pages to make it a little bit different. And as you can see, Frank is just adding kind of the same things that we have in the Groove Gear. But what's to say that right under that checkout, Frank, let's just think if we can add something that will make the difference.
How about we include something related to cats? Maybe something.
No,
right?
you know what? You know what we can do, because remember what a lot of people are trying to do, and this is kind of a little bit of a small tidbit of knowledge. Mm-hmm. A lot of people out there right now in every single social media channel is trying to do something with video. Mm-hmm. And in here, in the checkout, it could be the perfect opportunity for each of us to experience with video. How? Sure. We can actually connect a small video of a cat saying, "Thank you for your order." And at the end of that video, you can actually add a coupon code for your next purchase. And that will give you enough interactivity in your checkout place, in your checkout form, that people might believe, okay, this guy is just really pushing it, or this is really cool. So let's test that. As a company, we always try to push the boundaries, and we always try to add the ability to give you elements that you can use everywhere in the page. So why not say like a good vibe video, like, hey, thank you for your order. Now remember, you have this coupon to actually take advantage of whenever you want in your next purchase, but in a video. Make it yourself, make it selecting your products. So you can actually have that little bit of interactivity just to reach your market, just to use the tools that you have. And yeah, well, cats are always funny. Cats will always have that. But just okay, let's just have that for
Yeah, I'm just going
for
to use this as an example, just so you can see what John Garcia was talking about, which is a great idea. This is kind of like remember we've spoken on this quite a few times. What can you do to stand out above the noise, above the crowd, outside of the noise, stuff like that. Okay, look at that. Continue shopping. Proceed to checkout. Something changed. Maybe I changed the format of this. Did you see that? It doesn't
yeah. I
have a
just
flyout cart. That is strange. So let's refresh and let's go back to the cart. It may be the video element. Maybe. I don't know. Let's go back to the product. And I'm actually gonna let me go to the cart and remove that. So there it is. Let me remove it and start over. All right, and let's refresh.
So let's take a look at if the video embed is actually working there. That's an interesting case, right?
Yeah. See, look at that. Maybe something with the video embed made this pop up, which is strange. But let's check one setting. Let me show you guys. Look, flyout cart elements. This is the checkout page, the summary. All that's good. But if we go to pages and we go to checkout, we should see here that it says flyout cart. So let's just change it real quick. So let me show you what to do first of all. And this is something we'll cover in other trainings. But if you go to pages, checkout, and click edit settings, you're going to see some things you can do here. So I'm going to say redirect to checkout page and the starting order. This is so when you start getting orders, when the first email goes out to the first customer, instead of saying order number 1, I like to just bump it up, So that's this real quick tip, right? You can do that. I'm not going to edit anything else. This tracking code, we usually put that in the other settings in the front of the store where you
correct.
You'd put the pixel code, the Facebook pixel, the TikTok code. You wouldn't use it here because then you'd have to start doing it for every section of the website. So you don't want to do it there. So I just did that. Let's go back and refresh. And let's see if it does what it's supposed to do. And let me remove this and try again. And this is going to put our feet to the fire and hopefully it works right. So if I'm ordering 2 and I hit the button. Look at that. Interesting. Something we did is activating something.
Let's remove the video. Let's see if you remove the video element. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Let's go here. And let's save. And let's go back to shopping. No, not the shopping cart. The checkout page.
Checkout page. Let's just make sure that it says fly out.
And then let's refresh. And these are some things like I've never added a video to that little flyout cart, so it could be a little bug. So let's try it again. I'm going to refresh one more time, and now here we're starting over. So I'm buying 2 free stickers. Interesting. Okay, so that video element seems to have broke something, right?
Yeah, probably because he's in the flyout cart. Now let's just try it. Let's just try it in the regular checkout.
Okay,
because still a lot of people don't like the flyout cart simply because maybe for the mobile experience might not be as good as the regular checkout cart. But my point of it all was, if you add a little bit of interactivity, offering something for your customers, like a small kind of surprise, because remember, as I was saying, everybody's trying to find the right medium between being funny but also delivering good content. So if you have that middle area, that center that you can actually stand yourself on, and provide a video, like it's a funny video maybe, or something related to your company. But at the end of those probably 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds, if you have something that offers value to your customers, I believe that will be more geared towards just seeing the full video, maybe for a couple of seconds, and then writing down that code, or maybe getting the code, maybe expect the email. So you can always use those key points to keep them interested. And video is being used widely in a lot of areas. And I'm sorry that it created a situation with the flyout card, but maybe not in the regular checkout. So let's check that out.
Perfect. So first of all, what John was talking, what I do, I always turn off the header and the footer in the checkout, because we want them to what? Whip out the credit card and pay. So I don't want leaks. So I got that from John Cornetta. You know, are there any leaks on the page? Leaks meaning not link, but it's the same thing. A leak. Do you see leaks? Well, opportunities for people to what? Click away. What we're trying to do is keep them right here so they can do what? Spend money.
Spend money. Exactly. And a little bit of a video will help you to do that if you think about it. Once they actually see the video, okay, I have a coupon. Oh, let me use that coupon for next time, or maybe I can use it now. So you can always have very creative ways to actually get that to work.
Mm-hmm. So what we're gonna do, I'm just showing you. I'm gonna make this little logo a little bit smaller, right? And I'm gonna reduce some of the spacing here. Okay, and then where do you want to put the little video?
Let's put it in the same place, because I would like to know if
here
it's something in the area, to see exactly why. If it's something in the area, maybe where the actual rest of the elements are, so we can actually take a look.
Okay, and then we're gonna go to the video URL. Hopefully, it's still on my clipboard. Yeah.
Yep.
And then we're going to go here and proceed to checkout, and it should be updated. Okay, so there it is.
So now in the checkout, it's showing the video. But see, my whole point is, if you have something that people might get a little bit interested, right at the last step, it could be something just to market something else in your site, to offer a little bit of a complimentary coupon, maybe something that will allow them to see the number where they have to pay, but also, I want to provide something funny, or maybe something related to your product, something relatable.
Yeah, it could be you. Right, sorry to cut you off. It could be just you saying, hey, thank you for store,
exactly.
my swag. We just want to let you know we appreciate your business. By the way, all of our products are manufactured right here in the United States, blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
this is, as you can see, I made this, as you see, it's cut off a little bit. So I'm going to go back and edit this logo a little bit and do the image size. Now we can do crop, stretch, ratio. So there's that one. So I'm gonna go with a different width, and let's just see what it looks like now, because I really don't need that. Most of the time I don't actually include the logo on the checkout, because they already know where they're at.
Right.
Yeah. So, but we're just going to show you and see it keeps on. It has like some sort of I know Damon or somebody can do that. I, off the top of my head, don't know how to fix it. So I'm just going to leave it back to original and not mess with it. But when it comes to custom, if I do this, it should let me do it properly. So let's just try it one more time.
Yeah, I should actually just save it now.
Yeah.
There you go. It's probably the dimension that you're putting in might be a little bit smaller than regular.
Yeah. So another option would be, look, watch this. Problem solved. So I go like that and save. At this point, I'm not necessarily concerned about them seeing my logo because there it goes. I know they're on the way to check out.
And they are already in the website. They're already in the last step. So the logo might not be the most important part. I think
the tightest, the more tight you can make this, to me, the better. So
exactly. So and again, guys, this is something that I recommended on the video, because experimenting for me is a great way to find out if the new markets, if the new customers that they're actually going into your page might like that. And it's also a great way to not only kind of promote something. Let's say you have a product, you say, hey, as a thank you, we wanted to personally give you this code, something like that. But also with those codes, you can track how successful the video is, because that video is only seen in the checkout. And you can do that all throughout the page, and all throughout the site, within your products, within, let's say, your terms and conditions. You can add those elements that generate that interactivity, that will actually just keep people thinking of your site. Like, oh, this is interesting how this person did this here, or how did they put that here? Because at the end of the day, you want to keep them engaged. This is the keyword, engage. If you keep them engaged, then we start to make sure that all of your followers kind of just remember, oh, I know there's a video in the checkout. Let me check the video to get that coupon.
Exactly.
Or things like that. So
I'm gonna show you how, like, you can delete this little
yeah, you can just click delete the frame. Yep, there you go.
then there's this little progress bar. So I'm gonna show you real quick how to edit this. I'm gonna make it black and gray. So watch. We're gonna go here. So we got the previous step and the current step. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the previous step as, let's see what it looks like. And then the current step is black. So now it's very hard to tell on that one. So I'm going to make it a little bit lighter. See that? You see?
That's better,
now,
yeah.
Yeah, and then now we're going to do what John Garcia said. Let's make it the same yellow. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to get that yellow from earlier. And then I'm going to go to page color picker. There it is. I'm going to go back. And instead of white, we're going to make the text yellow. And white, yellow on gray still looks good. So I'm going to go here. So this is how you would edit that progress bar. And again, we're staying in congruence. We're staying lined up with how we want the checkout to look, and based on the colors. So now, I mean, that looks nice and clean, right? We got the contact support, we got the email, okay? And so now we're getting closer to how we want it. Guess what I'm gonna do? I could make this background, and I could make this yellow, and that's what I'm gonna do, so that we have a little bit more stuff making sense. So hopefully this.
Yeah, a little bit more congruency within the site, the colors, and pretty much the overall aspect, and the way that the landing page, I'm not the landing, but the checkout page will look like. And I think if you leave that, if you remove the background, the gray background, to probably just a transparent background, will be a little bit better.
Okay, perfect. Too much. Let's do this.
There you go.
And then now let's just make this black instead. So
yep, exactly.
And then I'm just gonna show you this little part right here. This is just showing you if you wanted to. Listen, I have a client store where everything is lowercase because what she does, she's has like a cosmetic line going on, and she wants everything nice and soft, and everything is lowercase. Now, this case, this is, what is it called? Title case, right? Or what's it called? When every word is capitalized. So
uppercase.
Yeah.
Uppercase.
Okay. So that's what I did on there. Now we got to change this. So what did we do earlier? We said on the flyout cart, I'm going to copy some of the stuff that I already did. So I'm going to go here. What? Why choose us? 100% happiness guarantee. So I'm going to copy that and make the first thing. And what am I doing? I'm just doing what I did earlier. Okay. And then what am I doing? I'm the same thing. I'm copying, going back. Let me close some of this. And then I'm double clicking. Boom. I'm swapping this out. I'm going a little fast. You guys can rewatch this. Okay, look at that. And now we're going to switch this one that says white branded. We're going to go back to Groove Gear, and we're going to say 100% SSL secured. That's the one I'm going to use. So what am I going to do? I'm going to right-click, open this image, and save it. This one's already small, so I don't have to worry about that. I can do one step, which is what? Optimize. So I'll go to here, easy GIF, image, easy GIF now. And I'm going to optimize that. Hopefully it does it. So we're going to go here. I'm going to the PNG optimizer. It might already be optimized as much as we can get it. Let's see. So optimize. This is 21 kilobytes. Now it's 14. Look at that. Save 31%. So then we save it. Anytime you can have a chance to optimize the image that you're working with for your site, then do it. So now I'm going to swap this out. So watch. I'm going to delete, upload. Boom. Okay. And now what am I going to do? I'm going to go back here. To the store and copy this 100% SSL secured. All I'm doing, copying. Here's the deal too. Think about this. Once you take your time and set up one store the way you want it, the checkout, the category page, not necessarily category page, but the checkout, the flyout cart, things like that, you can basically start getting up and running even faster because you're going to use a lot of these elements from your other stores on the other ones, especially when it comes to stuff like that. I wouldn't try to reinvent the wheel. I would just use what you already have instead of trying to beat your head against the wall trying to think of new ad copy for every checkout page. There we got that. And then now I'm going to go back here and we're going to copy what? It said what our customers have to say. Okay. And then
Perfect.
what we're going to do is we're going to swap out this one for the other, this person for the other one, for Mr. Serious guy here.
Mr. Serious.
Yeah. I mean, look at how easy is this. This is going to match probably 40% of your customers, 30% of your customers. I'll have 2 cats. I mean, it's nothing crazy. It's not like saying, oh, I invested in, John Garcia's coaching and I generated $1 million. That's a different story. Okay. So you always want to have truth in advertising. But listen, you are going to have customers that have 2 cats. So come on, man. It's future truth. So now we're going to do this next one. David Lemon's cousin. Just kidding. David's like, so, all right. So now I'm going to copy this.
And as you can see, guys, they both work independently. The flyout card to the checkout page, they both work in a way that you can actually customize for the flyout experience or for the checkout experience. You can actually customize them depending on what you need, what you want to actually have as a part of your user experience journey. So it is very interesting that Frank is just copying and pasting, but in the same token, you can actually change depending on the experience that you want to present to your customers. Maybe you want to use a different tone when it comes to the general checkout. Maybe if it's a flyout, you do not want to include the reviews. Maybe you don't want to include the logos if they are actually using a mobile situation, so just to increase the speed and the performance. So it is many variants that you have here, but the cool thing about this is that we give you the options not only to be creative enough, but also to be useful enough for the platform to just take advantage of every single part. Because let's say you want to remove all of the icons and the text, and you just want to put a thank you. And somebody just mentioned the thank you pages. I believe it was
Yeah, we got to edit that too. Yeah.
Alejandro Rico, yes. That probably will be for next session, Frank. So we can actually work it together with the announcement that we're going to have. Since today we're going to try to keep it, as close as an hour as possible. But I know once we hit into the questions, it's gonna probably run a little longer. But as Frank finishes that up, you see that you have full control on the text, you have full control on the images, on the attributes.
I'm running into a problem here. Okay, let's try it now. Yeah, let me. It's not copy it was earlier. I don't know why. Let me try to take the format out of there. That's probably why. All right, let's just try this. Okay, so I don't know why, but just a second ago, it was not working like I needed it to. So no problem. I'm just going to go here and recopy it.
Perfect.
I didn't want to freak out, but let's see. Let me just try again. Okay, and then we're going to redo this one.
And guys, also remember, you don't want to have in your check. This is for the checkout page. So, and as Frank finishes up, remember, always try to maximize your space. If you have a large space there in the right side of the screen, I'm sorry, in the left side of the screen. I was just looking differently. You're gonna have a little bit of kind of a white space. Think of something that you would like to see in that specific space that you can use that is useful to generate sales. Again, it could be anything as of maybe a video, maybe a coupon code, maybe something that the system can generate for you, so you can actually leverage that at the end of the transaction or at the beginning of the part of the checkout page. So you almost done there, my friend?
Yes, sir. Can you see my screen? I'm over here typing.
Yeah, we're still looking at your screen, looking good. You're trying to
I'm just typing away here, guys. I'm just I got when I copy and pasted, I guess it didn't copy over the style. So I wasn't doing anything. I was freaking out, but what I did is I pasted it into a notepad. That's what you can do. Here's a little tip. Like, let's say you're copying from one page to another. Sometimes it'll copy over the HTML settings, and sometimes you don't want that. So what I do is I copy, then I paste it into a notepad, and that strips out any kind of funny business. So let's hit save, and then I see that this turned back on. So I'm going to turn this back off down there. We don't want a footer. We don't need a footer, and we don't need the header. Why? Because we don't want extra stuff there for those customers.
Yeah, exactly. The less distractions they have, once you have them in your funnel, once you have them in the checkout process, you do not want to distract them. You want to keep full attention right after the moment they do the actual purchase.
And I forgot. All right, there we go.
Perfect.
Let's refresh. Nice and tight, nice and clean. Nothing crazy going on here. You know, now I could add some other stuff. Let me just show you real quick. If I wanted to get some, you know, make it a little bit more time sensitive and all this other stuff, and add some this. I could do like this. Watch. All right. So watch what I'll do. Check this out. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go on settings, and I'm gonna say anywhere between. I'm gonna say I'm using just the scroll up and down, left and right. I'm just doing anywhere from 11, and then watch. You click on this, and then just use the scroll left and right. Watch. I'm gonna keep on going, and I don't want to say that there's 100-something people with this, but watch what I do with this. And 100 or 11 people are viewing. Watch what I'm gonna do. I'm just going down little by little. I would like to maybe make this easier to navigate with maybe a number instead, because you can see that the buttons are almost on, the icons are almost on top of each other. So watch this. Something like that. Watch this. Okay. I mean, how ninja is that? So now watch this background color. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here, copy the clipboard, and now watch. Oops, I did the wrong one. I should have copied the clipboard. 1 second. There it is right here.
All right. So let's now you got the color. Perfect.
Okay, so watch this. You go like this. Style. Why do I do that? Well, Etsy does that. You go to search something on Etsy, it'll say 27 people have this in the cart right now. If you go to booking.com or hotels.com, they all have it. It works. It freaks people out. Like, oh my God, I got to buy it. I think Mike Philsame told a story one time where Michelle said, Mike, babe, I need my card. He's like, why? Because I got to get this special deal, this special deal, because it ends at midnight. Mike Philsame was like, honey, Michelle, don't worry about it. It's going to be there tomorrow. She's like, no, but I got to get it. He's like, come on. What am I? I'm a marketer. This is just scarcity. So
exactly. And those are really the things that you can use to, as I said, generate those sales. Remember FOMO, the fear of missing out. Oh, if this is a special, specifically, and this is something that you can connect to your store if you are using print on demand. Print on demand, a lot of people are using it, but remember, this is part of the situation when you start separating yourself of how you can add those elements to the store to make sure it converts a little bit better. Things like that, just like, hey, 57 people now have this item in their cart, just like Etsy does it, just like some other companies do it. Now, if you add that, for example, if you decide to have, if you have, for example, a very exclusive print, a very exclusive design of, let's say it's a collector's item that you can call a collector's because you designed it, you did the graphic, and nobody else in the world has it. Then if you have this, you will add that extra value to your product because, hey, this is an exclusive item. It will help you for the sales. Let's say you want to sell a design only to 100 people. The first 100 people will get this designed. But once they go to the checkout, if they see, 57 people have seen, I want to get this now because if this is an exclusive design, why not? Why not have it? Why don't have the bragging rights of something that is designed strictly? Because it works.
Look at that. So listen, that's me. This is Dan Kennedy style. This is what I like. This is like, guess what? Just having that there, the people feel like, man, they got to buy this thing. I'm just saying, look at that. Oh, it turned red. Look at that. Woo-wee. It works. I'm just telling you, this is how I would do it.
Those are the little things that GrooveKart are actually available to you. Those are the tools that GrooveKart has in order to kind of just help you to, close more sales and be more creative. I think being creative helps a lot, and you have those elements to use at your leisure when you're actually creating your pages. And not only here with the checkout page that we have seen in the other pages, but as we will see in the thank you page. And I think the thank you page will be a very fun training because two things are going to happen with the thank you page. We're going to add a lot of interactivity as well, but also the follow-up. What happened to those who actually kind of just go to the order? How are you going to keep in touch with them? That will be on the training for the thank you page. And Frank, right now it's almost close to the hour. We have like 7 more minutes.
Take some questions.
Let's take some questions.
Hang on, guys. Let's look at this page again real quick. I mean, you saw how I like it like this. Now, Mike was saying, maybe Damien was saying, Frank, this is too aggressive. Maybe, but I like this. I don't know. That's just me. So, and listen, you can do it how you want. The amazing thing, go ahead and we can turn off, stop sharing, and let me go back. So the amazing thing about GrooveKart, you can't do this, what I just did in Shopify. You cannot. You can't do it. At one point, you could do certain things to customize the checkout experience, but you have to have, guess what? Shopify Plus. Shopify Plus. When they emailed me, when I was doing big numbers, it started at $2,000 a month.
Right.
I'm just saying, this is included in GrooveKart. So.
And remember, it's all about exploring and trying to learn your markets. I mean, if you're dealing with print on demand, explore the different aspects of the platform. If you think that you can actually get away with a lot of things with video, or maybe adding elements that will increase your conversion, test them. You don't have to test them forever. Remember, that's another part of the beautiful thing about GrooveKart that allows you to actually manipulate. If, let's say, you create a campaign and that campaign involves a video, you want to have that video everywhere, including in your checkout page, because you can actually have a little bit of a code there or something that kind of just keeps your customers coming back. But then that campaign is over. that product sold out. So you can actually, as Frank just showed us, change it in 25 minutes. Just remove the elements, add the elements, just put another couple of things in there, and just do it again. Just rinse and repeat. Just try to change it and accommodate, and you can just do that.
Another thing you can do on the checkout, if you want to, last minute, you can put on there. I didn't show that, but you can just put some text underneath where that you saw the email.
Yes.
You would say, "Enjoy 5% off on us," and it's just only on the checkout, and that might help them decide to buy because you gave them that 5 or 10% on the top banner notification bar. Maybe it's just on the checkout. They got that far. That's where they're going to bounce the most. Once they've made it, that's let me not say that's where they're going to bounce the most. Let me say that's the last chance for you to strike while the iron is hot. Why not give a coupon code? I didn't do that, but it's very simple. You just put some text, put a little text element, enjoy 10% off on us with coupon code TY, 10TY, 10. Right. Thank you. That's it.
Simplicity. Remember, simplicity will always win. Once you have something simple, once you make it something that an 8-year-old can actually just order something from your store, then you already have half of the battle won. But now let's just go to a little bit of questions because we have just gathered a couple, and I'm going to address the first one. Christian said, "Hey, John, how was the cat convention?" It was great, man. It was awesome. I love it. Kidding. I was actually in a medical appointment, but thank you for the concern, guys. I really appreciate it. So Alejandro says, "Looking forward to the thank you page training and get the most out of it, as well as how to set up the TikTok ads." Yes, that will actually come, I believe, in 2 weeks, Frank. That's what
once we're ready. Once we got all the pages, everything done, we're ready to go live. We're going to start. We'll start with TikTok.
Going with the
extras,
the first training. The first training, yes. But yeah, let's just say around 2-3 weeks. But that's coming up because in a few minutes I want to do an announcement. That's why I want to just keep it short and try to, because I know we're going to go anyways 15-20 minutes, which we don't have a problem. But anyways, a lot of people are waiting to go dinner, pick up their kids for soccer and all that stuff. And GrooveSell is coming. So, all right, let's take a look. So let's see. Glenn Janice Jackson says, "I have a site, but I want to live stream instead of using YouTube or Facebook. When will the streaming app be ready?" I believe that app should be ready somewhere in Q3, if I'm correct, right, Frank? It's a schedule. Yeah. I believe it's for this year, but it's going to be in Q3. So stay tuned. Go on the group. We will definitely be able to post any news there, so you can get as much details on it as we can probably give you. So right here, Sotiri says, "Is there a way to change the green button from cart to checkout, etc.?" Yes, actually, Frank just did that.
The button they're talking about, though, I know, is the one that actually where you pay to, like where you click to proceed. That's not editable yet. However, the builder, the new version, will have that feature. So you'll be able to set the button colors for every button. So that's coming with the new builder version, which I would say that's out in the next, before the end of the quarter. This is already March. My goal is to have it out. Now, I may have said the other day that it would have been out by now. However, we have some special situations right now with some people on our development team. So with that being said, my goal is to have it done by the end of this quarter.
Perfect. And so Christian says, "I believe paste is the same situation in product descriptions. Could we have the option to paste in unformatted?"
That's good. That's a good one. I like that.
That's actually a good recommendation. We're going to get over with our depth. And the reason why we actually try to keep it as simple as possible is because a lot of the situation, especially in drop shipping, when you're bringing the descriptions from all the drop shipping products, it cannot take the same formatting. That's why we'll leave it off to the customer, off to our user to actually just modify that text. But as it kind of implies to have an extra step of putting it into a text editor, because it's always good to clean out your content. It's always good to clean out your descriptions. Remember, SEO is a vital part of any kind of e-commerce. And the more you clean it up, the more you can just give the little details, but in the right places for your products. That's what it helps. And sometimes formatting might change that. So that's why we will try to find a way to actually make that simpler for you. And I know we'll discuss it with Max and the team. And thank you for the recommendation, Christina. We appreciate it. Let's see. Luis Aparicio says, image name when I'm loading an image, the image not change to a random image name. To, for
He's right.
example,
Yeah, you're right. That might be. It might be. Let me check. Go ahead while you're talking. What are you gonna say, Mr. Garcia? Let me check.
Yeah, this was actually in the roadmap, I believe, for the situation with the images. But remember, even if it's a product description, I mean the product image or a category image, you can use the alt tag, the LT tag on the image. So you can actually add that as well. And we will definitely take a look at we definitely have to take a look at it further.
I like that idea because I should be able to name it, and
right.
I could say my cat swag happiness guarantee blah 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 blah, or my cat swag cat owner apparel.
Yeah, especially when it comes to product images, so they have to be definitely make sense. So we will definitely have that in consideration to talk to the team and see how everything is going to move forward. And Christian just kind of pointed out to the comment that I made, especially drop shipping to my long product names. That's correct. That's the reasons why we have to kind of just tackle those issues and try to make sure that it's flexible and functional for everybody. But we're definitely going to take a look at that. But still, do not let that be a roadblock to what you're going to do with GrooveKart. There's many things that you can do manually. There's many things that just Frank showed you can copy paste, so you can actually start creating your stores. Last comment here says, thank goodness we'll be able to change the green color. Yes, we're going to be able to do that soon. Now, since we don't have any other questions, I do have an announcement. And as I promised, I'm going to leave it to the end. Right now it's 5:02. And guys, I know you've been waiting for this for a long time, and it's here. So recurring charges. Now that we have promised about it, we have talked about it. We had a meeting with our developers last week. They are in the final stages. So if you have a product that requires a recurring charge, is coming. And most likely within the next week, we're going to demo it. So I am happy to announce that by this time next week, you're going to be able to see the demo for the actual recurring payments. Now, it's still being developed, it's still testing, but it is available. And it will be soon soon released to all of the stores, but not before we do a nice demo and we teach you how to actually use it, because it does have a couple of things that we need to have in consideration with it. So that will be awesome. Yes, Facebook user, it is awesome because it will allow you, if you have a product that you're going to send continuously to your customers, you have the ability to charge them every month now, or every 15 days, or I mean, like any other product that you have the ability to do that. We will be able to have it ready for you. Now, the new builder, Frank, new builder.
That's by the end of this quarter, which is this month. It's pretty much, it's just got a few little things that need to be tweaked with it, and if anything changes, we'll let you know. But it should be slated to come out by the end of the quarter. So
correct. So
I mean, the work's been done.
Yeah, end of March, beginning of April, which is the beginning of the next quarter. So yes, that will be also the new update for the products in GrooveKart. So yeah, that's what we're talking here. So it will be a full-on update. Yes, Adolfo.
I would say in the next 45 days or so, maybe 60, we're having all sorts. We got the new builder version, the new version of the builder, the product simplification, the easier setup to get your store up and running. We have printful templates coming.
Yes.
We have T-Launch that I still haven't even demoed yet. I got videos coming to you this week with updates of what's been going on in the background, including some short videos on how to use things like T-Launch and things like that. We have a lot of good stuff, and GrooveKart this year is growing. The improvements, the added features are just blowing up in a good way.
Yeah, and I'm going to answer this one. Will the recurring charge include for digital products? Absolutely. No matter what kind of product you're actually just selling, you'll have the ability to to do the recurring charge. So let's say you sell ebooks, you sell PLR, your own books. If you want to sell it by chapters, chapter 1 is $9.99. Chapter 2 next month is $9.99. So you can actually do that. Now we have a great flexibility to work on that. So that's going to be a lot of stuff. And yes, T-Launch is also coming home. So finally, we're, I believe, if I'm correct,
It's already there. It's already there.
So let me just show it.
I gave them a preview. I forgot what day of what the different products are. They got a lot of products. They got some cool stuff that Printful doesn't have, and the pricing is better than Printful for a lot of the products. So Lulu's for last quarter of the year.
Perfect. So Candice, so you find that right here in your products,
print
on demand and drop shipping, and I believe it should be right at the end, right, Frank? Right here, T-Launch.
Yeah.
So you learn more, you actually activate it, and then you have the little gear here, and you can just, with your T-Launch account, you can now connect it. We will have, as Frank said, we're going to have a better explanation of it coming soon, and actually just get it to work. So there you go. Now T-Launch is almost, just working. So that'd be great to have a couple of stores also working with T-Launch. So there it is. So I'm excited for a lot of people that were asking for it.
So like when I talked about before, where we would lead with a sticker and then upsell them, say, a hoodie and a mug, you can now do mugs through T-Launch. Go see if they might be cheaper than Printful. I think they are. So, I mean, you don't necessarily have to stick with Printful. You can now start playing with and testing out T-Launch.
And remember, everything is all about options. And Printful, T-Launch, Layer App, they're going to be all available to you. They are available. And it's all about the market that you're experiencing, the market that you're working on, and also the ability for you to make the money that you guys need. So always study the prices, always study pretty much everything that you want to do for your print-on-demand store.
So this question, I have a challenge for y'all. Anyone watching, I've reached out to Eric. Listen, you have to understand something about Eric. He's very humble, hard worker. He has a multi-million-dollar company. And Groove has 3 founders, right? The 3 main co-founders. Eric is by him. He's just Eric. So this guy, and I know our guys, Matt, John, and Mike, they're being pulled left and right from all these different people. So Eric, I can imagine, is triple that. Okay, so he promised it. He said yes. I made him another video just 2 days ago. So I encourage anyone here that wants Shine On, make different posts and say, hey, I heard Shine On is integrating with GrooveKart. Eric, tag him. Hey, don't say I said. Go ahead and tag him. Say, hey, we heard that you are going to integrate with GrooveKart. Any idea when Frank is going to get the documentation for that? Go ahead and put it. I don't know. I don't think he'd mind. Just don't message him personally and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. So a bit of a heads up. It's always good when we need something. It's always good to use social media, but let's just not overdo it.
Be nice. Don't be
rude.
Nice
about it. Exactly.
If I find out one of y'all are rude, it's on. I'm gonna get Rosilla on you. Okay. But yeah, be nice. So.
Yeah, Candice is right. T-Launch mugs are a lot cheaper and good quality. So hey. This is where we actually offer you the changes, the upgrades, the extra experience. So we're delivering. Right now we offer affiliate products. Now you can have your own products with affiliates. In GrooveKart, you have now T-Launch. We promise to have the actual recurring charge, which is coming. We're going to demo it next week. So there's a lot of things that we will definitely just keep having for you guys for the next upcoming months. Christian also asked, how do you know what print-on-demand suppliers to choose if not familiar with print-on-demand and the suppliers?
We can touch on something like I have experience with T-Launch. We have experience from Printful with Groove Gear.
Right.
And then I have experience with T-Scape with Groove Gear and for myself. So and John Garcia as well. So we can do an overview one day of just going over the different options you have and what's different about each one.
And
Sure, I have no
you know,
problem.
and just to answer Christian question, one of the biggest and more important part is like, where are you in the world trying to sell? If you're located in Europe, you want to just probably pick a company that actually has a distribution point in Europe. Maybe I mean, Printful does have a couple of them in Europe. T-Launch, I believe, he's opening one in Amsterdam. I'm correct, or did I heard that wrong?
That
Or
is Shine On, I believe.
China. No, I'm sorry. Yes, it was China. And so there's many companies that are expanding to that because they're looking at fulfilling that need. There's companies that here, the majority actually work in the United States, and they do have distribution points in different parts of the country, like LA. Some of they have in Atlanta. Some of them have in Texas. So it all depends on a couple of things. But Christian just gave us a great idea to actually do a full-on training in what company to select, not only because of the pricing, the products, but also the distribution capabilities. Also, and a little bit of information here, it's always good when you're selecting a print-on-demand company, order some samples for yourself. I mean, expend the $20, $30, whatever it is. Usually, some companies allow you to get those orders in without you having to pay full price. So order some products, because once you order the products, once you find the quality, then you start realizing, okay, this is something that I want to sell in my store. You always have to be worried about only one thing: quality. Price over quality all the time. I'm sorry, quality over price all the time. You have to always have quality products, because if it's quality, your customers will pay it.
Yeah, you don't want people complaining. Oh, this is too this. Too. So yeah. So, but luckily, the vendors we have are pretty much vetted already, so that they do good quality. Now it's just a matter of, like, if you're using Printful, which brand you want to go with, because some brands are better quality.
Yeah, and Gear Bubble, I believe we have a roadblock with them, right, Frank? I don't know exactly
Yeah, I'm
what.
not sure. I mean, this is something I think we reached out to them before, and they never got back to us. So at this point, I can try one more time, but did not hear back. Here's the deal: I want to work with people that are willing to work with us. Okay, I don't want to have to how you say, pull teeth to get a company to work with us, right? Because it's one of those things where GrooveKart is not being used by hundreds of thousands of people
Right.
yet. But guess what? At one point, Blockbuster was the king of the hill, and guess where Blockbuster is now? So I'm just saying. So we're working with people that want to work with us so that we can grow together and help you as GrooveKart members, Groove community members. And so, yeah, at this point in time, we've reached out, hadn't heard back. Now, it's different versus Shine On, where Eric in person told me, yes, we just don't have developers to support the integration. So I said, no problem. We will do the integration. We just need the documentation.
Exactly.
So,
And it all depends in the back and forth. Remember, every single thing starts with a negotiation. We have to make sure that the companies are agreeable to work with our company, and the platform makes and fulfills the right products to your end customers as well as to you guys. So it's always that is the only part that is kind of boring, the negotiation, because implementation to me is exciting, and then present it to you guys is one of the most exciting parts. So I have another question here, kind of comment. Oops, sorry. This is actually same with Rocktomic. Yes, Rocktomic, we actually reached out, but it's a different dynamic with Rocktomic. So we're not gonna counting them out yet, but we still have to, as I just mentioned, that process of negotiating with them and see what would be the best fit.
Rocktomic, should we do anything? It's probably based on the conversation I had. It might be something where it's they offer something and it's for the Groove community, but it won't be something included by default.
Right, by default.
In the back office. So it might be something, he offers the Groove community to help you, for those that want to pay to access it and use both systems to profit from. That's just preliminary what I've gathered from talking to the owner at this point.
Now, here's an interesting question here, guys. ClickBank. ClickBank is always great to be used in conjunction with Groove Pages and GrooveSell. I will not recommend to try to create any products using ClickBank because of what it entails. You can actually rather create a landing page for it and do a direct connection and just promote ClickBank just as a regular affiliate. But GrooveKart in that case might not be the best option for you. And yes, Adolf says Rogue Comic won't be free. Correct. Yeah, but Rogue
Premium
Comic does.
server.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I think we can call it a wrap. It's 5:15. As always, let me see. We didn't leave any kind of comments. Any chance that Groove could add awkward styles to integration of loss for POD? Tina, just send us an email to support@groovedigital.com so we
Yeah, I've
can
never
actually
heard of
take
it.
a look. I have never heard of that company, so please do that. So let us know. And let's see, one last one from Chris. Don't know if you know, but does GroovePay allow sales of CBD outside the US now? Unfortunately, no. I've talked to Mr. Serralt about this several times because I'm a big advocate of the CBD community. I worked with CBD products a lot in the past 5-6 years. And unfortunately, still there's a lot of big gaps, especially now when it comes to new products coming out to the market. And yeah, it still is a big issue and a hurdle to actually come into to take those payments. But soon the laws are going to be more clear, because understand something: anything that relates to a new market like CBD market and the hemp market, the laws are kind of still ambiguous and very, very fragile. I just call it that way. So a lot of companies, they don't want to take on into accepting payments because of the volatility of the market and the industry itself. So we will get to that bridge whenever we get to, and hopefully we can cross it soon. Guys, it's been a pleasure, Mr. Salinas. As always, a pleasure to actually be here every Tuesday with you. Next week, don't forget, guys, we're going to be demoing the recurring charges and also a couple of things. Probably we'll do the thank you page. And remember, if you have any topic that you would like us to discuss any Thursday, so just let us know. Just send us an email. You can reach us here in Facebook. And Frank, any parting words?
No. Somebody just mentions answer a question in YouTube. I'm not sure what they mean by that. So, yeah, I don't know. Please answer my last Facebook user. So don't worry. With anything, listen, if it involves the technical aspect of something, especially with the new update that we added, like T-Launch or something, you can either wait for my update video and training, or just go in there. Really, you can't break nothing. You can go in there and click to log into your GrooveKart store. Click on the POD section for T-Launch, things like that. Click around. Since if you're not getting traffic to your store, you can't really mess nothing up. So I encourage you to go ahead and try it. The best way to figure things out, instead of waiting on the training, which it is coming, but I encourage you to go try it out. So I'm not sure what the question was about YouTube.
Fill your exams.
So anyway, that's it. Thank
Yeah,
you
guys. So it will be, that's it for us, guys. So you have a great night, and we will see you next Tuesday.
I appreciate it. Thank you, John.
Bye, Frank.
Bye-bye.